Art Club with Story Grub. Things around here ain't quite what they seem most of the time, even though they pretty much are, and nothing new under the sun. Everything's just fine. Nothing to see here. That's right. Got up this morning. That was a start. Thought I'd come out and make some art. And play guitar rather badly, because I'm in a sadly state. California, yeah, that's right. All right. That was the Beach Boys song. I think it's called Sorry Surfing State or something like that, maybe. Happy Easter, Rose. Happy egg hunting. You be careful out there now. There we go. Thank you for the like. I'm just chugging down my coffee. I hope all the kids out there are watching their Saturday morning cartoons. You got to see your best friend? Well, that's great. Ain't nothing better than seeing your best friend. I remember those. Oh, that took a turn for the darkness. And here you're going to see happy little tentacles, happy little sky tentacles coming from the ground and into your chest. Oh, just buzzing around in the sky. Happy little buzzing creatures in the sky, psychedelic creatures in the happy little sky. The blood red sky that's raining down coagulated blood. You're absolutely right, Tony. You're absolutely right. Giddy little mistakes. Giddy, psychotic little mistakes I'm making everywhere. That's right. Just sit back and relax and let Story take you on a trip. I was gonna say, let's sit back and relax and let Story take you on a tell you a story. But I always forget that I have to. I always remember that I have to forget that I have to say, I have a tale to tell, and if it's a story, I have to call it a tale. But then if you say tale, it sounds like you're just fibbing. But if you say story, you're absolutely 100% lying. So, I don't get it. Alexis. Good morning, everyone. Here we are. And those are little Egyptian hands, as seen in hieroglyph format. They absolutely had stencils back then, by the way. How can one hieroglyph of a steer look exactly the same as one from 10 feet away? That's impossible. Absolutely impossible. They were onto something. A ban? Really? See, to me, that kind of stuff is just low hanging fruit. Yeah, F this and F that, but, you know, it's. I mean, all of this stuff was handed to this guy on a silver plate, so to speak. And our politicians did nothing to help us when as he was I mean everything that like it's just crazy because like it's this horrible system that we live in that gave us Trump, and it's the media that gave him free billions and billions of dollars of free advertising during his campaign and got his message out for him, and calling everybody in America that doesn't vote blue racist and shit. It's just like it was just the perfect storm for him to come around. And I'm not saying I agree with anything he is or does, but because from day one, the guy's bragging about sexually assaulting people. He brags about it. And so obviously he's nobody. I think it should just be a given that, like, yeah, fuck that guy, you know? Like, I don't understand how people can even consider him serious in any way, shape, or form, except that they need they need not a scapegoat, but they need like it's like the mouth of Sauron, you know, where he's just like this creature, but he has no eyes, he has no ears, he's just a fucking mouth. And that's all this guy is to like all these people that actually are horrible and racist and bigoted and stuff. But that's not everybody on the right. But there's this thing now that's happening where it's like everybody that is so called different than me is like the enemy, and that happens on both sides. When it's both of these parties that gave us Trump, and it's the Democrats that gave us Trump and fought harder against Bernie Sanders, fought fucking way harder against Bernie Sanders than they ever fucking did and ever could against Trump. And so it's like, I mean, I think blame, yeah, sure, fuck that guy, but yeah, also fuck the Democrats, fuck everybody that gave us him, fuck the system. I mean, fuck the system that's just gonna keep giving us Donald Trumps. It has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with because it's happening all over the world in every country. These fuckers are popping up, and it's disgusting. But we got to look at like the root cause, you know, the pattern. Once you give corporations the power to vote as if they're a human entity, then you've lost the plot. Then we're all fucked. And ever since then, everything's been just going spiraling out of control. And it's just going to get so much worse. It's going to get a lot worse, unfortunately. And like I always say, for some people, Armageddon already came. And it came in the form of bombs, drones in the sky with American flags on them, dropping bombs, or the whatever country that we sell them to, dropping them and our fucking flag on the bombs, killing people, creating terrorists, more terrorists every day. The never-ending cycle of violence that humans are gifted at, and it was happening before Trump, and it's gonna be happening long after Trump. So yeah. I just don't understand how you could get banned for saying something that's just obvious. You know? I tend to do my best to look at the big picture. And it certainly isn't like one person's fault. He's just feeling the fire that was already just sitting there. He's like just stoking it. And it's just been sitting there like a powder keg for decades because both parties have fucked over the working class and turned like just the common person against themselves, you know? Using shame and fear and patriotism, nationalism, race, gender politics, all that bullshit that doesn't matter at the end of the day when you're sitting there watching Netflix with your kids and they're like doing their homework and whatever humans do every day. We're all like on the same field, and they're playing us against each other. And until we stop that, ain't nothing gonna change. Until we find out who the real enemy is, you know? And I think it's Chuck E. Cheese. Sorry, I'm blabbing. What is happening is part humanity's growth. Yeah, I agree. Because we have no choice, you know, too. You have to adapt. Humans, just like birds fly, fish swim, humans adapt. We evolve. And, or we sink, you know. But we're certainly not a monolith. We just happen to be of the same species, but our brains are such that ain't none of us looking at the world the same. So you got billions of different points of views of the same thing in general, of the same truth, perhaps. And I think it's easier for people just to follow a fool than it is to look into their own heart and know themselves completely, utterly. Because a lot of people don't like what they see, and they crack. That's why, like I said too, it's the most powerful freedom or whatever you can have is just to be yourself and know yourself, you know. Know thyself. And you be a better human. And then next time around you'll be on a different, I don't know, you'll be in a different format maybe, I don't know. I'm not talking about you, Alexis, I'm just talking about people in general. Even me. I have a lot to learn, but I've learned a lot this time. And it's like every day I look back at the past year and it feels like it's been 10 years. I've gone through so many changes this last year. And they just keep coming. But I'm trying to be more welcome of it, but it gets overwhelming sometimes, you know? Especially when like you were sort of saying, you know? Like, I don't know. The whole political side of things is just really disgusting to me. And how, yeah, how people just are against each other, even though we all want the same thing. And how well, like, both sides have managed to pull the wool over all of our eyes, you know? But most of us, anyways, I guess. Well, yeah, I mean, look at the Panama Papers and all that stuff, you know? And it's all being funneled to the top. You know, I mean, you even go back to 9/11, and there's people who, like, pulled out, like, what do you call it? Like, divested, I guess, in certain stocks, including the owner of the fucking World Trade Center itself. They all pulled out because they all got wind of something was going to happen, and they got their money out just in time. And you always look at the people who profit off of tragedy and horror. But again, you also have to look at the ones that are helping. I think Mr. Rogers said that best, you know. You gotta look for the helpers, you know. It's not like there is a balance. You gotta work hard to find it sometimes. And find your own balance within this freaky world. And the way I ground myself, I guess, is like what I'm doing right now, just art. Art Smart. I was thinking about changing my channel to Art Smart, but I think I'm sure there's already one. Yeah. Our house is a very, very, very moldy house. kind of. Oh man, I should show my aunt. I don't know if she's probably seen Stranger Things. I should show her season 1 of Stranger Things. I got her turned on to Lost. there's there's so many. I watched Lost now, and it's just, gosh, so much of it is so cheesy. But there's aspects of all these like weird sci-fi shows that I just love too, and plus the it's kind of dated now with like the technology Lost. It's crazy how fast we've come just in just 15 years or whatever. It's absolutely incredible. I mean, world peace? I never thought we would see world peace. It's amazing. It's a day of day, friends.
The day of days.
What? What? No, no, don't say it like that.
Well, you're the one that said it first.
No, I didn't say it like that, though. You're saying all demonic and shit. Why are you saying it like that?
What do you mean? This is just how I talk.
How do you talk like that? I've never heard you talk like that before.
Who are you even talking about? I don't even think you know who you're talking about.
Pretty sure I do. You're the little man that lives in my throat. Your name's Tony.
Tony Baloney, that's right.
Good to meet you, Tony.
You have an accent now.
Yes, I've got an accent. Welcome to the world, Tony. The world of grub. The world of grub and sub. Saturday morning, I'm drawing with my friends, yeah. The neighbor's putting out his garbage, making all sorts of noise. Now everybody's leaving my channel. Everyone's leaving my channel. La, 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 la. We're all gonna die, that's right. Some of us already have. We're all gonna fly to that big pig sky up in the heavens. That's where we're all gonna die. Alone. I don't know what the hell I'm drawing, but there's a Dragon Ball in there somewhere. Alone in the sky. Okie dokie. Anywho, there's a Dragon Ball in there, and I just wanted to sing a song about it. The sum of my insanity. Those are some. That would be the name of on my headstone, you know. This is the sum of my insanity. This lonely gravestone. All right, now I'm gonna read some stuff because I know I missed things. Oh my gosh, I can't keep up. You guys are all. Oh, okay. You guys are talking to each other. Can't find. It's true. You have to tear down the foundation, but you also have to know that you're the cornerstone. You also have to realize and be confident and just remember that we are the house as well. Yeah, I guess that's what you meant, but there is a, I don't know, there's like an absolute truth, but it's not, it's universal, but it's not, um, it works for the individual as well. Like everybody has their own truth, and everybody will leave this earth with it, with their own, whether they like it or not, their own myth, their own, the version of themselves that this life offers to the cosmos, I guess, whatever it is, the higher power. As a kid growing up, you see all these movies where all the heroes win all the time and they conquer all these bad guys and stuff, whatever. But or even just like Star Trek, how it's just this future of the Federation is just like a very peaceful thing. We've evolved past war and money and greed and all that crap. I mean, there's still greed, but they've figured it out to a certain degree, and at least enough for us to be able to travel through the cosmos and in an enlightened sort of, hopefully, sort of way. But look at us now, and it's just it's a shame that we've just gone backwards so much, and we're not we. I don't mean like us, like anybody watching this, or it's just in general. It's just crazy how humans self sabotage, even as a culture or a group, in order to keep what little semblance of comfort we think even exists. What's comfortable to me is knowing that my neighbors are happy and fed, and their kids are not hungry or being hurt. You know, it's that would make me happy to know that everybody at least has a good shot at life. And that their needs are met, and they don't have to choose between food or insulin. That would be a start in order for me to see or believe that our civilization is civilized. This version is very despicable, but there's hope. But it's just such a whew, it's hard to focus on it sometimes when there's so much thrown at you. But again, some crack and some just bend. Sometimes people do both. I think that's okay. But I think the most important thing is just to know what's going on around you and how you feel, and be, like I said, honest with yourself. And then everything else will just start falling into place. Like if you want to be a teacher, be a teacher. If you want to ride horses, you go to the nearest farm. You get with a rope, or even take off your belt. Go out there, choose a horse in any field you want, any field, anywhere in the world, and horses actually are known to be great swimmers, and you could take a horse across the ocean. Maybe not the Atlantic, but definitely the Pacific. Twice in the same day, even sometimes, because their legs are just so powerful. They're webbed. Their feet are webbed, and they unfold into these great, gigantic mermaid-like talons, claws, wings, like flippers, essentially. That's where the myth of Pegasus came from, because they look like wings. Pegasus, beautiful creature. Smart, smart as all heck. Did you know that he was spawned from the forehead of Medusa? Wasn't it Medusa? Or wait, who was it that oh gosh, I can't remember. I don't remember anything anymore. It is definitely a Saturday. feel like I'm just gonna go inside and watch a movie after this and just relax. It's cloudy where I am and a little bit chilly. The important thing too, when you're putting lines down, it makes so much noise, is to give them shadow. It never takes much just to make something look like it's there, or like it's always been there. You can just turn two little lines like that into a worm. All you have to do is know where to put the shadow. And if that isn't Jungian, I don't know what is. It's how everybody's got a shadow. It's how you deal with the shadow and where you put the shadow is what makes the shadow work. You got to make that shadow work for a living. You got to grab that shadow by the throat and just say, "Hey, I'm tired of doing all the heavy lifting. You're going to do some of it right now. I'll get to it." Oh, golly gosh darn dang. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please tell me in the comments, because I ain't got no I can't even fathom. I can't even gablathom what's happening anymore. I feel like I just aged 75 years. What's happening around here?
Well, you're not watching Saturday morning cartoons anymore. I
don't know what that means.
Well, I don't either. I thought you would. That's why I laughed. What?
Yeah, I guess it was kind of funny. And now I can do this. Right there. That's what I've been waiting to do this whole time. And I can put it right there again. And put that behind there. Like this. Boom. How about that? How about... Oh, shit. You guys are writing a lot. Hey, good morning, Pastor. Sorry. I can't see the comments very well. Chilies. Thought you shot your shadow last night and buried it. What is this, the burbs? Are you looking into my backyard at night during the rainy season? And seeing us all frantically digging holes in our backyard? What is this? You got some kind of camera set up over there? Like, what? I mean, come on now. Sharon is Karen. Come on now. Have you seen my step uncle's aunt? Her name's Sharon. Her last name's Karen. Sharon is Karen. Her name's Sharon Karen. Please tell me you've seen her. We lost her at the barbecue the other day. Thought she fell into the vat. Now we're worried that we might have eaten her. I just want to know that she's okay, and if anything, I just want to know if not too, because I want to know what I need to do if I need to go get checked out. Good morning, Luna. How to doodly. Floodly. How are you? How are you? Oh gosh. All of my favorite people, all in one spot. You know what that means? Here we go. 1 second. Everybody's in one spot again. All right. Everybody now. Everybody sing along. Come on now. You know it. Everybody's hanging out at the art club with Story Grub. He's an asshole, but his name ain't Mud. That's a promise. I don't even know. My cat just... Oh my god, my cat just jumped. She's gonna... Whoa. All right. I wrote that song back in 1876, if you can believe it or not. Back before the war. All of them. Back before all of the wars. Now, if you look at it like this, it kind of turns into like some kind of alien head. When this is like the mouth and nostril right there, the bottom lip. Maybe that's some kind of an eyeball right there. I can just picture the guy's face that I'm conjuring right there. He looked like a cockroach. His voice kind of shakes. My last name is Flutterbutt. I was born this way. Are you soft, Sharon? Ow. Sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. Hey, Jordan. I missed a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. I can't keep track. I can't keep track anymore. What was I gonna say? Maybe that could be like a brow. And then I'll do this too. Perfection. Exactly. I dreamed about this drawing about 13 years ago. I knew this day would come. And unfortunately, the only thing that's not coming true is that I was convinced in the dream that my bank account would have grown. So, everybody, the P.O. box to my bank account is in the description. If you wouldn't mind sending clam chowder if you want, or gold, or Fritos, or money, cold hard cash. I'll take checks too, but you got to put your information. Like, you got to send like a copy of your ID, preferably in color, and in card form. It's right out of your wallet there, and just send it my way, and we'll get it all done. We'll get it done together. That's right. Because art, smart. At least that's what I've been told. There we go. Perfect. 13 years ago, I never thought I would have been able to do this, but I am. It took me 13 years to get up the gallbladder to do this. And that's after using the bathroom just about 13 times before I came on the air. And when I say air, I am drawing from the space station. I'm literally, well, I'm not. Space doesn't have air technically, but the space station does. And I'm floating in the air and I'm drawing with it. It's a very stationary air quality control. Hey, somebody wrote something. That's it. Cockroach. A maggot. That's right, everybody. You can make the checks out to ALEXIS LLC, and it'll come right to me. We made this deal a long time ago, Alex. Don't spoil it. Don't give away too much. Remember what they taught us in clown college. Don't give them too much. Remember what we learned at Harvard. Just give them enough. Emphasize the okay? Remember, we're like ninjas. And if my friend Ninja comes along too, we gotta be careful, because they're a quiet one. They will take us down. They ain't afraid to mess with us. They will. Or they won't. Whatever. What matters is that this is happening now. And it was happening then too. So I don't even know what matters anymore. Upside down, inside out. I'm just tired of all the lies. But I'm awake to the truth. I'm like a jelly bean, a little jelly bean made of gold. If anybody knows what that's like, I'm pretty sure I summed it up pretty well. But it's like being a ray of sunshine in the sun, lost in the sun's haze during a helicopter crash in the Andes, looking for survivors of a plane crash in the same spot, unfortunately. Well, that's how I died the first time, anyways. It won't be the last. Wait, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Who are you? What the? I'm you. What? Who are you? Well, I'm just. What are you? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do nothing to you. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave my body. Fair enough. I'm hungry. No, 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 no. Put those away. Your teeth. Get those out of here. Okay, folks, I'm back. It's okay. The cannibal's gone. The eternal now. That is crazy to think about. How there's just so much going on out there too. In the middle of nowhere. How on one little planet there can be so much going on. Oh, hear the sirens. That's creepy. Do you guys hear them? Hope everybody's okay. But it is a trip, to think about like just the universe alone, or even just in our oceans alone. What's going on? Whoa. Gee whiz. Lo siento, friends. I didn't mean to cuss. Not in front of the children, but that was a gee whiz moment. Oh, I did it again. And then you start putting into account all the stuff that's happening on land, all the stuff, all the UAPs and USOs or something, happening, like the underwater submerged objects. USOs, isn't that what that means? There's some cool stuff just on our little planet alone that's out in the middle of nowhere in the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. And our Milky Way galaxy is a grain of sand in an ocean of other galaxies, or a beach? A sandy beach of other galaxies. That's a horrible metaphor, but it works for some things, but it didn't work for that. I should have thought that one through. I do apologize. If anybody just wants to go back and erase that part in time, and if you have that ability to do that for all of us, please do that, because that was ridiculous. I'm deeply sorry. I take full responsibility. I might be the Wizard of Grub, but I am a fair Wizard of Grub. Just don't look behind the curtain. Hey, I made it. I threw a little piece of garbage towards my garbage can, and I made it. Does that earn me any cool points? Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, a shower of hearts? Is that a shark? Inspector Gadget. Where? Right here? It's some kind of Mayan priest version of it. Yeah. Mormons. 50 points. Thank you, sir. I felt like I was quite deserving of those points. And point taken. And point and shoot, point and case and point. Yeah, that's how we do it here, right? I was just working on a drawing on YouTube one day when I saw something coming from up the sky and it hit me in my face. It was a USO, came out of the ground from a water well I didn't know about. I was scared at first until I took a drink of the little underwater submerged object. And now my body's glowing from the inside out. You can see my heart beating as if it were sitting there in front of you. I'm working on a new song, friends, about a UFO experience I had, where I got to see my insides from the inside out, as if I were in there. But it was just the power of light that was doing it, and I felt really good about it. It was cool, you know. It was scary at first. It didn't hurt. Uh, it was just kind of awkward. I think it hurt my ego more than anything. But seriously, uh, I would highly recommend it once I can get the recipe, so to speak, from my friends, my little interdimensional friends. I will get you that as soon as I possibly can. I am not lying. I would never lie to you, ever. So you can count on me. You can count on me. Excuse me. Who are you? What's that? Who who are you? Who are me? I'm Blight. What? Who are you? I'm Story Grub. Well, this is my. I think I just clocked in. Story. You can. I'm drawing now. You can just go that way for a little while. I paid for the room for the next 20 minutes. I don't know what you're doing here. I booked this room in advance about 3 weeks ago. I've been planning on this. Oh, okay. Sorry. Just let me know when you're done, cause I have to go pee. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I kind of got to go too. What a coincidence. Hey, don't call it that. Don't call it that. Just call it a penis or something. Just don't call it a dink. A quinkadink. Don't. I didn't. I wasn't. Oh, okay, story. Well, I don't. Oh, I'm confused now. But what the hell? All right, folks. What were we talking about? Underwater submerged vehicles. Why don't they call them USVs? I think most people would gravitate towards something. Gravitate. Now we're talking. Now we're talking sci-fi. Yeah, that's right. Let's get in here into this little crevice here and this little crack and give it some character. Let's give this crack some character right there. How about that? Maybe just a little. No, not a flower. What should I do? Okay, how about this? Just a little horn. I'm just gonna do a little horn, a little bud. It's just a little bud getting ready to grow into a bigger flower right there. Oh, I see. Right there. Now I'm kind of getting what he was going for, but I'm gonna go my way anyways. I got a new hat the other day. It's a great hat. Fits just right, and it fits just left. Right down the middle as well. Just perfect. It fits just perfectly on my big fat ugly head. Who would have thought? And now I'm ready, folks. I'm ready to get back on the road and show this world a thing or two. Maybe three. I got about 3 or 4 songs. It took me 17 years to write 2, but I just wrote a new one. It's called Pull Yourself Up by Your Buckaroos and Let's Go Dancing. It's gonna be a hit. Looking forward to sharing it with everybody. That's why I came on today, to promote it. But to be honest, I haven't actually written it yet. But don't tell my producer Terry. He's gonna freak out. Blight, are you there? Yeah. Yeah, Terry. What? What's going on, man? I can hear every word you're saying. You can't. You can? Yeah, I can. Ho. Okie dokie. Sorry, Terry. Joking. I was joking. Joke. That's how we do in the country. It's countryfied, joking-fied. Yeah. What the hell? There's speakers are that sensitive, huh? Yeah, they're actually called microphones, and yeah, yeah, they are very, very sensitive. You have one in your mouth. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, we put one there during your sleep, so you're fired. Just so you know, and you can see yourself out after you're done, and give us all the money in your wallet and hand over all your gold, all that stuff. Goodbye. Please, come on, Terry. I was just kidding. So was I. So was I. Of course, we would not fire you, Blind. We love you. Okay. Okay. I was just kidding. It's Saturday. We're watching cartoons. We're just fucking with you. All right. I'll talk to you later. I gotta go take a shit. Okay. All right. Oh, great. That's fantastic news. I mean, about me not being fired, not about you going and taking a shit. Uh, didn't need to know that much, but yeah. Let me know how it goes though, in great detail, please. Let's draw a chinny chin chin on this little pig. How about that? Just like right down here. And maybe it's a fat pig. So it's got, I grew up in the country, all countrified and shit. So little pigs, little pigly, had double chins and stuff. There was one pig, he was really smart. He helped me he helped me get through grade school. And then he helped me graduate college. He helped me get into arithmetic. That boy knew calculus better than I did by the end of it all. He was actually a teacher at Harvard when I went there with my brothers and my sisters, and my uncle, and my cousins, and my granny, and my daddy, and everybody else in the whole world from my neighborhood. That's exactly right, friends. All countrified and stuff. All right. Now up here we're driving a bridge. Whoa, hey, nope, this is still my time. I haven't left yet. Oh, sorry, Bright. Bridge? What's you talking about? Bridge. A bridge to nowhere. A bridge to the country. A bridge to the laundromat. I need to do my laundry. Hope everybody's having a good day out there so far. Playing it safe, shooting straight, being honest, being yourself. Being kind, punching up. Best not to punch anybody, but if you're out of punch, it's best to punch up. Be patient with people. Everybody's going through something really bad. And be open. Open your heart. What's the worst that could happen? Get a little smile on that face? Come on now. So you smile from time to time. Open your little heart up to that beautiful little world out there. And I guarantee you, everything will start changing right away. And you'll start seeing wonderful things in the shadows, and horrible creatures in the light, and all sorts of wonderful, disgusting, horrible things that you might grow to love. And who knows? Maybe even become. Hell, as long as you're not hurting anybody, what's the harm? That is a motto right there. I mean, that needs to be a bumper sticker. Kind of sound like Reagan. Sometimes. Maybe that's what my dad told me and I just took it to heart. To Bob Newhart. We were talking about him yesterday. Here we go. And now, I'm going to get a line right there too. Watch this. Get a line up there. Just right there. And then over here, like back, right there. Back, boom. And now I'm going to work on this little chinny chin chin here. Just another shadow, remember? I told you about the shadow? Gotta get in there and you gotta carve that shadow out. You gotta carve this thing out into existence. Otherwise, like what the hell? Like what's the point? You really gotta carve it in there. Don't be afraid just to dig in there. Make that paper know who's boss. That was a weird way of saying that. Tell that paper who's boss is what I meant to say. God dang it. Sorry to be so forceful, friends, but come on now. Come on now. We gotta get. Come on. Jeez. Gotta get with it. The best way to destroy. No. Nope. Oh, God. I don't know what happened there, folks, but felt like I was split into 3 different people at once. I'm glad there's not a mirror around here because I probably would have flipped out like a little pancake out of a pan and landed on the floor, face side down. The ass side up, I guess that would be, technically. What's the difference, really? Everybody knows face down, ass up. Especially if you're a pancake. Ain't no way in hell that thing's landing ass down, that's for dang sure. That pancake's always gonna land face down. Up, ass up. Whatever. You know that old saying. Grandma Goose used to always say it. Remember that one? I think it goes like this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right. Oh yeah. You gotta do a song, Toby. You want a little Toby Keith? A little Toby Dog? Country fire. Yeah. Okay. In the key of A. A major. I made up a thing the other day. It's a word for country fire. Grounded, rounded, unfounded. I don't know what that means. I still gotta work on that one. My foot just fell off. Alright, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I gotta go take care of some business. Don't forget, you gotta take your art guard every day. Art guard. It kills creativity days. Take it from me. I took some about 5 minutes ago, and all of the creativity just left my body. And now I'm just one of the normal folk. I gotta go mow the lawn now. And I gotta go shopping at the store for some shoes and stuff. So, hope you all have a wonderful day. You be good to yourself. You cut yourself some slack. You tell them Story sent you. Thanks everybody for your help. Later, Pastor. I appreciate the company. Y'all be good.